Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode all those confusing corporate filings. Today, we're diving into a report from Venu Holding Corporation. Get ready because this one has a few twists and turns, like finding out your healthy smoothie is actually just sugar. Scroll, United States. That's scroll. Alright, let's jump right in. This report is called a Form 8K, which companies file to announce important events to investors. Think of it like a corporate breaking news alert. The date on this report shows that the earliest event reported occurred on February 19th of this year. This Form 8K filing is from Venu Holding Corporation. That's the company we are focusing on. They are based out of Colorado and we're incorporated there as well. The report also includes their file number, which is like their ID with the Securities and Exchange Commission or SEC, and their tax ID number. It's all pretty standard stuff like filling out a form at the doctor's office. There's scroll, Venu Holding Corporation, the scroll. Now, here's a box that tells us if Venu Holding Corporation is an emerging growth company. This basically means they're a smaller company that gets some breaks on following certain rules. In this case, the box is checked, so they are considered an emerging growth company. It also asks if they will take advantage of not complying with accounting standards for a bit, and they are not taking that option. Now, for the meat of the matter, item 7.01, Regulation FD disclosure. This part is all about making sure everyone gets the same information at the same time. Basically, companies can't whisper secrets to some investors while leaving others in the dark. This part of the form includes a new corporate overview presentation which will be used when talking to investors. The scroll, item 7.01, Regulation FD disclosures. This scroll. What does the corporate presentation include? Well, it includes projects that the company will embark on and what the potential financial performance of those will be. However, the report also contains a disclaimer which is meant to warn investors that anything can happen in the future. In fact, this report has a lot of forward-looking statements, which means there are a lot of claims and hopes about what will happen in the future. The company wants you to know that actual results could be different from what they're predicting. Think of it like weather forecasts. They can be wrong. The scroll, Venu Holding Corporation, the company, the scroll. The presentation also highlights the risks that the company is facing, and there are a few. Venu Holding Corporation talks about these risks in their filings with the SEC. They mentioned an extensive discussion of these risks in the company's registration statement on Form S1, declared effective by the SEC last year. They specifically ask readers to not rely too much on the statements made in the report. Now, for the last item in the report, item 9.01, which deals with financial statements and exhibits. This just lists out the documents that are included with the report, like the corporate presentation we talked about earlier. The company is also including some more interactive data, which can be found in the XBRL document. This scroll, item 9.01, financial statements and exhibits. This scroll. Alright, so what does this all mean? Well, Venu Holding Corporation is putting out a new presentation for investors, but they're also being very careful to say that things might not go as planned. Now, let's zoom out and look at Venu Holding Corporation as a whole. From what we can see in this report, the company is in a very early stage. They are an emerging growth company, meaning they are small and still getting their footing. The presentation they are using could be seen as both a strength and a weakness. On one hand, it shows they are actively trying to attract investment and build partnerships. On the other hand, the very strong disclaimers about what could happen in the future could scare away investors. Let's talk valuation. Given that Venu Holding Corporation is an emerging growth company, it's tough to nail down a precise valuation. We don't have years of revenue and profit to analyze. However, we do need to understand the growth potential and factor in the risks. Based on this information, a reasonable price range for Venu Holding Corporation would depend heavily on their ability to execute their plans and manage their risks. Overall, I'm leaning towards a neutral to slightly bullish outlook, with a potential price range of $3 to $5 per share. It all hinges on whether they can turn their vision into reality. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, please subscribe for more corporate deep dives. And don't forget to leave a comment if you have any questions or want me to analyze a specific company.